Oh, all right. It's me like 20 times a day.
That's how it feels, man. Isn't that how it feels?
Yes.
Is that life that's causing that, or?
I think it's just, yeah, our avatars are just like, Tom, you're too tired. You need a break.
My avatar is exhausted. He's telling me, brother, we got to figure some shit out because at this rate, oh man, I am. Where's that? The Green Mile. I'm tired, boss. That meme that everybody puts up, bro. I'm tired.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Holy,
that's too damn bad.
yeah, it's too damn bad.
You keep digging.
Oh, fuck. Is that holes?
Holes, yes.
Yeah. Great throwback right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about it yesterday. Yeah, we're filming.
Oh, great. Okay.
We were talking about it.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Hey. We were talking about it yesterday, and it seems like there has to be more to life and everything than what we're currently experiencing. And I don't know if, and it's not that we're experiencing anything bad. I think we have great lives, but I do find that we're missing out on some of the more natural human experiences of life, which is slowing down, enjoying every single day. Like, I don't know if the time is going by for everybody else the same, but it feels like it is. The days feel like hours. The weeks feel like days. And obviously that has a lot to do with your perception of time as you get older. So when we were younger, it was a fraction of what we are able to understand now, because I guess a week when you were 15 seemed like this long type of monumental time period. But now, because I'm 33, but now I'm 33, I'm just like, oh yeah, a week goes by like that. It's no big deal.
It's interesting because we both do what we love, but no matter what, there is going to be a sense of exhaustion because it is work.
Yeah. And
we've touched base in it in prior episodes. Being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, people see the glamorous things of it. You know, you're on vacation, you make your own hours, you make your own prices. All right, great. But that vacation, you probably can't take all the time because there's going to be times of you being slow or being busy. So that's one thing. The second thing is, like you can make your own hours, but sometimes you're just working around the clock. It's not just like a set 9 to 5. And number 3, you can charge your own prices, but not everybody is going to see value in your price. While you're going to jobs, you have a set pay, you have a set time, set health benefits. There's pros and cons to everything, but don't get me wrong, I love what I do. I would never do anything else, but it does get to a point where you have to take yourself back and like, am I doing too much? Am I too exhausted? If I am too exhausted, then this is a problem. I need to take a step back. I need to go away, or I need to change some things to where I don't feel like this every day. I don't feel like that we don't have passion for the things that we love to do or why we started this stuff in the first place. And there's always going to be times where, we have that. It's never going to go away.
Yeah.
But I'd rather prefer it be more enthusiasm and more energy towards what I'm doing rather than just that constant feeling of exhaustion that most people do go through when they're entrepreneurs. I think first starting off and when you're just starting to build yourself up, it is that. And then progressively over time, you get more problems because you add more employees, you get more equipment, you get more gym stuff, you get more cameras, and you're like, okay, I need to learn how to be content and not constantly wanting more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been a challenge of mine since I started doing all this, has been the shiny new object syndrome, where I see...
Ooh, shiny red ball.
Yeah, I see the new camera, I see the new lens come out, I see all these different equipment, and there is a lot of shit that I've bought over the years, primarily on the lower shelves behind you and a couple of the shelves behind me, that just... I used it maybe once, and I thought that I was going to be using it far more than I actually did. So was it worth the $400, the $1,000 price tag for the one shoot where you made $1,500, you made $2,000? It's like, okay, yeah, that shoot covered it, but you never used that piece of equipment ever again. So there are people that get far more done in all of their retrospective careers, not just in content creation, not just in, personal training and all the gym stuff, there are people that get farther and they do far more with a lot less. So it's true. You do have to sit there and think for a second. Like I used to go to shoots with all this, even when I traveled with Kai, I think back to some of the times I traveled with Kai and it was just, bro, it was like the rain fridge that I'd have on my back worth of gear. And then I look at other videographers or content creators and they'd have just their camera with one mic on top and that was it. I'm just like, and I'm sitting here going, damn, my back is crying for that. My back, dude, okay, let me tell you something. There was a rain shoot where we hiked the Hollywood Hills.
Hollywood Hills.
Yeah, we hiked the Hollywood Hills for a rain shoot. Can I tell you that I was backpedaling with a full stabilizer following Kai up the Hollywood Hills with a 30-pound backpack on?
That's crazy.
Drenched, my friend. Drenched. That was the craziest ruck I ever went on in my life without wanting to go on a ruck.
What month was it that you were there?
Oh, shit. I feel like it was like September.
That's still brutal.
Oh, it was still hot. It was still
man.
hot. No, it still sucked. Yeah. So I was like, there has to be a more efficient, nice way of getting this done without having to have everything with me. And truth be told, Nick and I have done a couple of like one-day shoots where we went to Pennsylvania, we went to Nashville for a day, and I packed much lighter. I packed with one of my sling bags, one camera, maybe a backup camera body, and a couple of lenses and batteries, and that was it. And it worked. But for me mentally, gone are the days where I felt like I had to have this huge kit to get everything done and all these interchangeable lenses. Like one of the lenses I bought, and if you don't know lenses, it's okay. I bought a 16 to 35 millimeter lens. The lower the number on a lens, the wider that it is. So it just shoots very wide. You can get more in frame in tighter spaces. I figured 16 to 35, that's a good way to do it. But there's a 24 to 70 that I wish I bought instead. Because most of the time I don't need that 16 unless I'm shooting real estate. So I was like, I should have gotten the 24 to 70 because I don't really ever go wider than 24 when I'm with people. But that 70, having that longer range is so much nicer than having to go, oh, hold on one second, let me switch the camera bodies. And it's like you almost bottleneck and create more problems and tension in your own workflow than it's even worth.
It's the minor inconveniences that you want to get rid of. Like I just bought a new Rogue rig and
Rogue, send the check to my man, please.
Yeah.
He's got to stop sending you checks. Send the check to my man.
Please. Please. Because this one.
And if it's not you guys, it's Soranex. Someone's going to be missing out.
Soranex is very nice. I've been looking at their stuff. I looked at the residential home showcase and I saw Jocko's one. It was like two power racks, like 40-inch depth, lever arms on this side, a whole pull-up rig, rock climbing. That was really cool.
Sick. Have you seen Rogan's?
Yeah, it's like
Rogan's is sick too. Yep,
it's really nice. I've been really diving into like studying like squat racks and rigs and everything. It's really cool. Like the monolith that you sent me from the Arnold. Oh my god, that thing looks so cool.
Yep.
But anyway, I just bought my new rig, and the only difference is that it's another upright.
Yeah,
that's it. So I'm looking on their site, and I think to buy a custom upright is like $1,000 or whatever. Just these two uprights. So I said, screw it. I'm going to buy a whole new rig and I'm going to sell the other one. So literally I spent almost $3,000 just on another upright just so I don't have to move my lever arms up and down constantly. That is the only reason why I bought it. And also, I mean, the strap safeties are nice. There's more storage posts for the equipment like the monolith arms, the dip, the single leg roller. But I literally spent almost $3,000 just for that minor inconvenience of me having to move it up and down.
But it makes sense, when you extrapolate that into how much time do you actually save in terms of days that you use it, weeks, months. When I was doing sales for the home automation company, I didn't understand it at first because I still lived at home and I had blinds. So to me, I opened up my blinds and that was it. That was the most that I had to deal with shades. But when we were selling Lutron shading solutions and all these different things for home automation, we'd explain to the clients, I don't remember the exact figure, but we'd explain how much time you'll save annually by having automatic shades, where you push one button and all the shades in the house open up or they close. And I just sat there and I went, I don't know, for this much money, how fucking lazy do you have to be? Now I have paper shades at my current apartment. Brother, I'm like, yo, I would kill to have those electronic shades right now because I gotta sit there like this, roll them up, put the clips on each one, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 5 windows that do that. It's probably about 4 to 5 minutes by the time I get around to all of them, and do it in the morning.
It's funny that you talk about like doing more with less. I have a post saved from Westside, and their rack that they're using for rack pulls, it's like this really skinny red rack, and they're lifting, rack pulling 600-700, and like this, like as thin as little,
not 1 by 1 type steel.
No, not 1 inch hardware, all that stuff. No, and they're lifting a lot, and they're the best in the world, you know. So doing more with
they have
less,
the little skinny pipes that are the safety
pin
bars.
pipes, yeah, that's it. But doing more with less, that's sometimes all you need. And like with my new Rogue rigs, like that thing is, I don't even know, it's like 3x4, whatever it is, like really thick steel. And it's great because that thing will last me forever. But even just my gym, like doing more with less, I don't have all the space in the world, but I don't have assault runners. I don't have a million ski ergs. I don't have, you know, bigger gyms have, but I still make a lot of effort and a lot of results with myself and my people with very little. Two specialty squat racks, heavy kettlebells, heavy bags, heavy clubs. Keep it simple, bands, and just make it work. And that. Honestly, those are the best types of ways to make things happen when you do more with less. Like with, I'm sure with cameras or with videoing photography, like I'm sure you don't need 5 different cameras. You just need one really good one that does everything, and your editing skills, maybe another camera, but doing more with less, that's the best way to go. And when we do better in business, I'm a victim of it. I'm sure everybody else is a victim of it. When you do really well and you're making money, you're like, oh, well, you know, I can buy a $3,000 rack. Or, well, you know, I can eat out every day this month and get steaks and margaritas and just hang out and have fun. But then you have your slow months. You're like, oh.
Yeah, this should have been my nest egg.
Oh, yeah, I should not have done that.
But it said 0% interest, so I just... I couldn't help it. It's only $200 a month, but then the other 8 things that I bought are also $200 a month. So now it's a car payment.
I'm sure everybody goes through it. You know, I mean,
everybody goes through it. We're all. It's so crazy that I am convinced that no person on this planet has ever had a unique experience. Bro, the amount of times that I've thought of to say something in the comments section that I thought was just an epiphany of knowledge, or just like, no one would ever think of this. And I looked, the first comment to that comment, I went, are you fucking kidding me? What the hell? I have no unique experiences. This sucks. But it's so true, because even my biggest justification always when I bought something was, oh, I'll sell this and I'll make it back. But then you don't sell that item as quickly as you thought you were going to sell it. It takes longer to...
That's me on my squat rack right now.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I was under the impression, it's still sitting right there. I was under the impression that I'd buy the HDMI mixer for the live streams, which I did. $2,000, and I was like, yeah, I'll sell my lens for like $1,600 and I'll be good.
Nope.
And nobody wants it. I'm just sitting here going, great. And I don't want to ship it because I don't want to get fucked out of the money, because I've had problems with eBay with legitimacy of buyers.
eBay is how I lost my first camera that I bought. I shipped it to this person, I think in Kentucky or wherever.
They say they never received it.
Yeah, and it was like a whole big thing, and they
always side with the fucking seller. With the buyer. I mean,
and they scammed me out of like $1,000. I was so pissed. I was young. I was like 21. I didn't have money back then, so you know I was pissed. It sucked. But like with my squat rack, like a Facebook Marketplace is just it's a nightmare. It's the worst. It's the worst, and like you could be like I have kettlebells. I think 31-pound bells that I'm selling for $85 today. Some guy's buying it, and this one guy hit me up. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "Is this available? Like that automated thing?" Yeah, it is. Like, do you want it? He's like, "Yeah, can you do it for $20?"
How much was it listed for,
bro? $95. 31-pound kettlebells. You know how much that is full price? Maybe like a good company, $100 each. So that's $200. You want me to take off a whole zero and give it to you for $20? Yeah. Are you out of your mind?
Yes, they are. They are out of their minds. It's the most ridiculous shit ever. Dude, That's why I deleted Facebook off my phone for numerous reasons. I wasn't using it ever.
I just use it for marketing.
The only reason I was using it was for Marketplace, but then I'd get
yeah.
a million other notifications from like everybody that still for some reason uses that app nonstop, and they just like circle jerk each other in that little echo chamber.
You just turn off notifications for it.
Yeah, but have you seen how convoluted the menu system is for Facebook?
No.
Yeah, you need a PhD to navigate that fucking thing. Like, bro, I just want to turn the notification off. It's not that serious. But every time that I've had to list any type of gear on there, it either sells pretty quickly, relatively quickly, or it's just like a full-time job having to negotiate the in and outs of the actual device and then the payment. And I always meet at the police station. I always meet at the police station because I'm not trying to get robbed.
No, it's smart.
First off, I hated when I did a couple pickups at my office and I'd meet them downstairs, but then they know how much gear you have in your office. So they're like looking around and I'm just like, no. Meet you at the police station. No one's going to fuck with each other. I won't fuck with you at the police station. I'm not going to rip you off. You're not going to rip me off. We're good. I had to sell my last drone. It took forever to sell that drone because ironically, I bought the new Mavic and I was like, I'm going to use this all the time. I promise. You know, I said that about the first drone, but this one's different. I'm going to really use it all the time. Don't use it all the time. I mean, that was $2,500 I could have saved again.
I mean, I get it. In the times that we're in now, like, it's hard for a lot of people. I understand it. But trying to get a constant discount from people or from people selling stuff or providing a service, it's very annoying.
That's for your services as a business owner and for things that you're selling.
Yeah.
I get that all the time too.
Yeah, I listen. I get it. I understand that people are going through stuff nowadays because of the times. But, you know, it's like when people ask you for discounts, you know, they're thinking about your pocket, but are you thinking about mine? Like, are you thinking about my lights that have to stay on? Are you thinking about me having to eat food? Like, are you thinking about me, this gigantic new rack I just bought? Like, granted, my clients didn't ask me to do that, but I did it. I'm not going to ask them for
an increase in the membership, right?
Yeah, whatever the fee is. I forgot what it is with regular gyms, but they charge you for that.
Yeah, they do.
They charge you for that. They charge you like a yearly cleaning thing or whatever, like the fees that gyms charge. I don't do that. But, you know, when people ask me for discounts or when, you know, they're trying to get something out of me, I want to ask them like, hey, like, you know, I understand that you may not have the money right now. Like, I get that. But like, what about me? Like, you're using my gym, you're using my service. Like, I got to get paid too. I need to pay for my stuff. So, you know, if I'm asking for a service, I am respectful of everybody. If I cannot afford it, I will tell you straight up, point blank, because then when people start to tell you, yeah, don't worry, like I'll let you know about the service, I'm definitely gonna buy it, you're waiting on that. You're like, all right, you know, I
mentally you have a mental note. You're just like, okay, well, you know, now I can afford XYZ because that's coming in.
Yes.
And you almost bank on it.
Yep, you bank on it.
Especially when you're job to job, client to client, and unless you have set memberships or set retainers that are set in stone every single month, and even those aren't secure. Unfortunately, I've had people drop off from those where it was set in stone, and then all of a sudden it just dropped off a cliff, and you just sit there and you go, oh, okay, and then you're on the scramble to try to get new clients and new people in the door. When unfortunately, you know, if two things that Chris Do says that are extremely important, which I unfortunately still don't fully utilize. The first thing is you should always have at least 10 to 20 people in your pipeline in a creative setting, I should say, for what I do. You should always have 10 to 20 people in your pipeline that you're working towards and 5 that you're closing currently. And being that all of it does wind up on my shoulders because I do work by myself, it becomes very difficult to constantly prospect while you're shooting, while you're editing, while you're dealing with current clients, and then obviously while you're trying to exist and live life. This isn't a complaint. This is just openly talking about some of the pitfalls and struggles of being an entrepreneur and somebody that works for yourself. So I don't want anybody to take this as we're just venting and bitching. This is just stuff that you have to consider that is actually real world shit that's going to happen. It's not rainbows and sunshine. It's not, like you said earlier, it's not vacations every weekend and all this stuff. Yeah, I wish it was. I wish it was. People tell me, oh, you get to go to all these cool places. I go, I work when I go. Like, I'm not sitting around going, whoa, new city. Let's spend an extra 4 days here. It's like, I can't afford to be away that long until at some point I have a team behind me where I know that things are going to be handled on the back end and it doesn't all rely on my shoulders. You have to really live that lifestyle of it's all or nothing.
And you just got to be content. You got to be grateful for what you have. I think that is seeing the better picture and idea of what life you live. Like, all right, you have your own business. You love doing what you're doing. There's a lot of people that will never have that. People will never have a hobby or a passion that they make money off of. Sometimes people have what they're meant to be in life as just that, nothing else, a hobby, just something you're really good at. You're good at giving empathy to people. You're good at motivating people. You may not get paid for it. You're good at making the best cookies ever. You may not have the business mindset to start a cookie business or a bakery. You know, you could be an athlete and you could not be a coach. Athletes, most of the time, they don't get paid. No. You know, I went to Ireland to compete for a strongman. The guy who won the whole thing, I don't even think he got paid. Yeah. You know, in my jiu-jitsu tournaments, if I got gold, I didn't get paid. Coaching, some people can coach, but they can't compete. So, but the coaches will make more money off that because that's their passion. They're good at teaching wrestling, football, jiu-jitsu, weightlifting. That's good. But some of the athletes, you know, if they suck or if they continuously win and they don't get to a world-class stage, you know, they might not ever get paid, or they may not ever get to that stage that they want to. So, but I believe that on a more positive note, that being grateful and being content with what you do have and what you are able to do is like the way to see around all the ominous, anxiety-driven, dark thoughts that surround
all the day-to-day shit where you just want to where you just have that feeling of, well, fuck it, I should just throw the towel in. That's a lot with the podcast too, dude. Podcast, I try to talk to a lot of people that want to start podcasts, that want to do it. I just go, yo, get past episode 20. Let me know how it goes. Just get past episode 20. Because the amount of times that you want to throw the towel in because you had four viewers, 2 listeners, you know, you had 800 views one episode, and the next one you have 80. You're just kind of like, oh, okay. You know, it's the people that throw the towel in, and they actually do say fuck it. They throw the towel in, and then they don't ever do it again. They could have been 100 episodes away from striking gold. You never know. I mean, you do never know. Or they could have been 100 episodes away from just still never getting the views. But you don't know if you don't keep doing it. I have a lot of people that talk about the consistency side of things. So one of my clients, I'm trying to see how I'm going to word this. Technically, if you don't pay me, you're not a client. So, so it's not a client. Person that I worked with a little bit, she was under the very, very delusional thought process that she'd record one podcast and sell it to Spotify. I don't care who you are. Like you could be the biggest name in the world. It's just, first off, you're not going to have viewers. So even if let's say you did sell it to Spotify.
Just off one episode.
One episode.
What was the name of that girl? Bobby something?
Oh God, didn't she? She left her whole family. You know that whole backstory on her?
I don't know anything about her.
She left her whole. She had just had a baby, and she left her whole family behind to go try to do that.
That's crazy.
She's an industry plant. You can't.
Well,
you
that's
can't
what
fool
I'm
me.
talking about.
Yeah.
Her, like, I mean, there is like senses and moments where it does happen and you blow up. Like her,
but it's short lived. Just as short.
I don't know how she blew up, but she like started a podcast and then she had a bunch of celebrities on it. Like that. That's crazy. Like sometimes like it 1 in a trillion chance that happens. But I think people have that mindset where I was like, oh, you know, I'm going to make an Instagram post and it's going to go viral. Dude, my 362-pound kettlebell.
The shipping one. Yeah. Was that your craziest video ever?
No, I'm not even bringing that up. Every guy that swings that kettlebell in my gym goes viral. Jared, the crazy trainer, I love you. He has like 1 million views on that. Yeah. And then I think Pat, he, shout out to Pat too. He has a viral video too of it. I own this thing. I bought it. I unpacked it, and I don't go viral, you know. So like,
I should try swinging that video, that kettlebell.
Probably will go viral, but it's like that thing. Well, what if I do it? What if I get it? But it's that syndrome of like, oh, well, the Bobby girl did it. She did a podcast off one episode. She also had Drake on it, not just like any random person. She had a celebrity on it, well-known celebrity, and she blew up. So with the person that you're talking about, not to cut you off on your story, that's kind of like what people think. I mean, I thought it with the kettlebell video, you know, with the swing.
Yeah, sometimes it goes just as quickly as it comes through. So for me, I'd rather just grind it out, do my thing day in and day out, keep consistent with it. I have to get, I say this every fucking episode. People are probably tired of hearing this, but I have to just continue to be more consistent with the episodes. I have a couple of episodes planned, solo episodes that'll be YouTube videos and podcast episodes where I just want to talk about some things. But one of which, side topic, is did you see the thing I put up with Newsday this morning? The home prices?
No, let me look.
You don't even have to look. I'll tell you, bro. The average home price, the median home price for Nassau right now is like $680K. Is 700 and see, I'm fucking it up. Hold on, I'm fucking it up. I should have just went to the post. Hey, look, I already hit my time limit for Instagram today. Sick.
Oh, you have that?
Yeah, I need it, dude. I have to be so much better at separating it. Here it is. According to new report from One Key MLS, in Nassau County, median single-family homes sold for $795,000. In Suffolk, the median sale price matched a record high of $680,000. And you know that these are shit fixer-uppers. These are not homes that you're going to be amped and stoked to walk into and be like, I spent over $500,000 on this house. This thing is fat. It's not fat. It sucks. Like, yo, the boiler is going to break a day after you move in. A wall's going to cave in, and you're going to find bricks of coke and dead bodies. It's like, okay, awesome. Now I got to deal with this shit.
Yeah. And
it's just very interesting. Like the episode that I'm going to make is we've had these conversations, you and I personally as well, is just, I'm 33 years old. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have like a kid to my knowledge. You have to have sex to have a kid, right? So yeah, I don't have a kid.
I can't. It's so funny.
You can't cloud yourself. You got to have fun with it. So to me, it's just like, where do you, I don't have grass is greener syndrome. I don't have the thought process that if I move, all my problems are going to go away. I feel like if I move somewhere, it's going to be harder because I have to re-network and I have to meet new people and I have to like really put my best foot forward on everything that I do because I really don't know anybody. Now, there are places that I could potentially relocate that I do know a lot of people that could help. But as a society and as younger individuals, young professionals, I don't want to rent forever. I would like to own something at some point, even though ownership is kind of a contradictory type of a term because you don't own it, even if you do pay it all. It's like weird how the homes go with property taxes and what have you, but we're not going to dive into that. But the episode that I'm going to wind up coming out with is the statistics of young professionals leaving Long Island. And it's not just Long Island. It used to be that if you moved to Florida, if you moved to Texas, if you moved to all these other places, it was actually cheaper. It's not anymore. So where do you go? And unfortunately, pay scales don't reflect the percentage increase that these homes are going up at and the taxes and everything around. So at what point do you just go like, well, what is the right thing? Because like, I love what I do. I make really great money. I'm able to hang out with people like you and just like really just chop it up and coexist with amazing human beings is what I'm trying to get at. So it's like, all right, I love what I do, but like, okay, I'm already working really hard. So now I got to work like double, triple.
This Friday is going to be a cool conversation with
Sam. Shout out to
Sam. Yeah. Shout out to my girlfriend,
wifey Sam.
Yeah. Shout out to my girl, Sam. It's going to be very cool because she's been all around the world, dude. Like all around the world. Before me and her were dating, she's in the kettlebell community and I've known of her for years. And she would be in so many different countries, in Greece, in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Egypt. Like she's seen the pyramids. She's been to Africa as like a volunteer doctor. Like it's crazy, like the stuff that she's seen. So is that conversation would be cool to bring up because I'm sure she's seen like the houses, the apartments, the prices, and the lifestyle and everything that people have been seeing. So to go back to that statement, it's like, it's true. It's like, where are you going to live? Where you are going to be, where you find that groundedness.
eBay. eBay. I don't have anything listed. They're just telling me to buy shit.
You're not buying.
I don't want to buy anything. I can't buy anything else.
We are not selling any cameras. No, stay away.
But like, what did you just tell me about?
Literally, yeah.
What kind of deal was that?
So like, it's really finding a place of where you want to live. What's going to be the most bang for your buck, but also, the happiness and the, being content in where you are. Can you adjust to the lifestyle? Are your finances good to accommodate that? Are you around a good area that's around good people and not bad things happening? So that'll be a good conversation to talk to her about on Friday, because she's been all over the world, and every time I listen to her stories, I'm just like, wow. I mean, you like it opens up your head. You're like, wow, like this stuff really happens like other countries and
Oh,
other
yeah.
places. Like we're just from Long Island, New York, but there's a whole other world out there.
It's it's literally otherworldly.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been around. I did the Hawaii twice by myself, which is still the United States. But
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
yeah, I just fucking dipped. I just went twice.
Oh, that's awesome. When'd
Yeah.
you do that?
2016, and then again in
Oh, wow.
2018.
Really? Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
I just went for like a week and a half by
Good for you.
myself.
Nice.
Just
That's
hung
awesome.
out. I was chilling with the locals. That was
Nice.
just, dude, it was fucking dope. I'll tell you what, I was really tight. You think back on life choices, and I was really tight that I stayed somewhat local for my ex-girlfriend at the time. Then we broke up a month of us being away from each other when we both went to college. But I stayed somewhat local because I wanted to like have it so we could see each other. And okay, Quinnipiac looks cool because I was thinking, well, it's a party school, so I'm sure there's gonna be hot girls there and all this shit. And then I went away. She went away. We broke up a month in, and then I just got into my bodybuilder mode, and I didn't want to be bothered with girls. So I should have went to University of Hawaii. Talk about life lessons. I should have went to the University of Hawaii and just enjoyed the sun instead of depressing ass Connecticut for $52,000 a year, bro. I could beat my ass, dude. If there's a time machine that's ever invented in my lifestyle, in like my lifetime, I'm going back. I'm kicking the shit out of myself while I'm at school. I'll be like, yo, bro, you are an idiot. You should have went to University of Hawaii or somewhere warm and enjoyed yourself a little bit.
There's a quote where you put a shark in a fish tank, it's not going to grow to its full size. When you put it out into the ocean, it's going to grow to its full size.
Yes.
Its full apex predator mentality and stature. So I definitely believe that the environments that you in will either mold you to be a great person, or they will be something that really brings you down. If you're around millionaires, you will become a millionaire. If you're around lazy people who drink beer and are fat and lazy, you will be that person. So it takes a very mentally tough person to be by themselves and to create that atmosphere. Because you need to be a leader. You need to be the one sole person that starts a movement, or starts a gym, or starts a podcast, or starts a certification, or a course, or a boutique. You need to be that sole person, and it's not in a lot of people to create that leadership role mentality.
It's fucking hard, man.
It's hard.
It's hard when you're talking to nobody for a long time.
Yeah.
Think to your earlier posts before you had your followers. Think to your earlier posts.
I posted my dog and me in Maine. That was like 10 years ago. No, not even. That was
Just think about when you first started, especially the gym, and when you first swinging those kettlebells in your backyard and all this shit.
I had nobody in.
Nobody
my
was
gym.
watching, man.
Yeah, I had nobody in my gym the first week that I was open. Definitely Pooch and Eric, shout out to them, my number one guys. I know Furley, my really OGs, but my night classes, I think my other clients were adjusting to the times of when I was opening up. But yeah, I didn't really have anybody in the gym first starting off. And
But that's in the gym. You already had somewhat of a following at that point. I'm talking about when you were by yourself, swinging the fucking kettlebell in your backyard.
Oh yeah.
Nobody was watching. And it's the same thing even with the podcast. You're talking about when you first start something off and there's nobody, dude, there's nobody listening. There's no one listening. There's no one viewing the clips. There's no one liking the clips. And if they do, they like it out of just like, because they see it. They don't listen to it in its entirety. And it's okay. I get it. But, unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, as you then grow, and let's say 10 years down the line, and you're not to the success of the larger podcast, but you're making waves, you're known to some extent, and you're getting a lot of views and whatnot, and you're making money on it.
Makes you appreciate it more.
Those people, well, it makes you appreciate it more, but also those people that were pretending to watch will actually say they've been watching from the beginning. Like, oh, I remember when Tom was in his backyard. It's like, I was rooting for him then. It's like, were you though? Did you share any of his shit? Did you really fuck with him? Or were you just viewing it and judging somewhat like, oh, he's not going to do anything with it. But then at some point you go, he's like, oh shit, he's getting traction. Oh shit, he's training with Bronson. Oh shit, he's got his own place. Oh, he keeps adding more and more equipment. Yep. Oh, he just lifted 1 billion pounds on the landmine.
You know that meme from Arthur?
Which one?
The Hey Art? No, it's not Hey Art. No, it's Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
The Arthur, the kid with the glasses.
Yeah.
It's like a show.
Oh,
it's like a meme of like him holding his fist, like he's pissed.
Oh,
off.
Arthur. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's like. That's what it's like.
It's like that meme.
I think you have to keep it. I think, truth be told, I think some of the best advice that I can give anybody, and myself to listen to included, because I forget it sometimes, is even when you get 100 views on something, or you get 100 likes, and it's not what you were used to getting, or it's not, you're not, maybe you get 50, maybe you get 500 likes a post, but now you got 80 for this one. When you think about it like that, it sucks. Excuse me. But when you think about it in terms of 80 people in an auditorium, it's a good amount of people. When you then think about the views and the likes going up and up and up, and it's like, I think I did a solo video of me unboxing those wind down glasses that Huberman collaborated with Rogan.
Yeah, those are cool. I like videos like that.
It's dope. I did a video like that. I think that video's got like 700-800 views now.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's good.
700-800 views. That's a lot of people that watch that.
That's a lot of people. Yeah.
We get, and then I have to think to the TikTok clips that would get 3.4 million on TikTok. Some of those views.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy. So you have to almost just be grateful for even getting one view. So I guess the advice that comes full circle is you have to be grateful for just getting a single view in anything, because having one person that actually found your stuff, watched it, and then maybe liked it too, that's a blessing. And then you have to just continually stay grateful when there's a lot of likes and views and there aren't. There's a lot of these YouTubers that you see and these podcasters and just people in general, they constantly try to raise the bar. They constantly try to do this sensational type shit, the pranks at the malls, all these shit. Bro, you're going to get yourself killed. But they want to keep raising the bar because they know that, well, if I do this, I'll get a lot of views. But those are people that are hoping you get your ass kicked. They're not watching, prank this dude at the mall, he pulled a gun on me. They're not watching it because they're like, oh my God, I hope he's okay. They're watching because they want you to get shot. That's the difference. I don't want people, I don't want fans. I don't want people like that. I want people that watch my content because they know consistently I have great people on. I'm able to put things out that they enjoy watching. I don't want that shit. Because once again, it comes back to it's fast money, fast views. It goes away just as fast.
Just because your follower count says 200K doesn't mean that that's going to translate to a bank account.
Nope.
So, social media is not real. It's really not. It depends on how you use it. You can be depressed. You could be a man and be depressed by looking at luxury cars, looking at supermodels, and, looking at things that you don't have in retrospect and see that and get depressed. Yeah. Or you can use it to encourage, to teach, to motivate, and to learn yourself. The stuff that I have saved, I have Westside Barbell, I have motivating quotes, I have my friends, Wes and Jason, Soul Fit, some workouts that they have that motivate me. I watch Sam's posts and how she teaches with bell mechanics and how she, teaches people how to move better and certain things with the body, what could correct people with their movement and their pain. People creating good stuff and putting out good ideas. It depends on how you really use it. But so many people are so concerned about the likes, the followers, the views. Just because you have 100K in your business account, in your business followers, doesn't mean you're going to have that in your bank account. You have to use that. You have to monetize on it. Or just do it from the good of your heart and not care about the likes and the views and the comments. Now, at this point on my Instagram, I just genuinely like posting my stuff. And, it gets me clientele and it gets me people that want to actually work with me and actually considered into joining my gym or accessing my services. That's what I use it for. And I watch a lot of cool stuff. I watch a lot of weightlifters, a lot of jiu-jitsu athletes. It motivates me. I love it. It's great. But social media really did mess up 99% of people in the world because of the followers, the likes.
Mess up their perception of everything.
Yeah,
they're under they're under the thought process that the more followers that you have, the more theoretically famous you are, and that couldn't be further from the truth in a lot of things.
It definitely comes with perks. Like, you could have supplement companies. Like, you can have.
You can, but once they realize that the ROI isn't there, they dip just as fast.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I won't speak about the brand or the person, but there was somebody that had a very, very large following that I know, that I didn't get the pleasure of meeting, but work with a brand that I know, huge following, and it was growing organically, like it was. Not a single person used his code.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking like 200,000 to 300,000 followers.
Yeah.
Not a single person used his code. Brother, I'm not saying.
Pooch, use my code. Thank you. Thank you, Pooch.
But even still, I'm just. But that just goes to show you with your following, and somebody used I think a couple people have used Rizzle's code for AN on a side note, but. And I don't even push it like that.
Yeah.
So it's just, you can have that large a following in the view of everybody, but it doesn't actually mean that those people are going to take what you say and actually, if you say, hey, this is the best creatine I've ever done, and if you're looking for creatine, try this out, doesn't mean that they're going to go buy the creatine. Mm-hmm. They're just going to be like, oh, okay. Next dopamine hit. And it's tough, man. Gary V, I've been getting back into listening to him and his social media advice. And one of the things that he says is
he's really good. He's just too much. He's just too much.
He's a lot.
But I like seeing his posts every like 1 or 2 months.
Yeah.
Like, all right, that's what I need.
Yeah. Every now and then.
I'm not following
No,
him.
I can't do it.
That's what I need.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Great dude though. I love his stuff.
Very smart, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he worked for his dad. He built up his dad's wine library and all this stuff. He did a lot of that, and then he made his multimedia agency and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. The dude is consistent. He works his dick off, and a lot of props, because it is very difficult to day in and day out come in, rain, shine, everything, and just continually show up. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
So he talked a lot about how the new algorithms are really TikTok based. So he has his 400, 500, or I think he's like in the million follower account. He'll post a video on there, and then he has a new account that has like 1,000 followers on it. That 1,000 follower account will get more views because the follower count doesn't matter anymore. The content is finding the people that have the interest in that content. Yeah. So you could have a million followers on Instagram. Doesn't mean that the video is actually going to get seen by a million people. That's something that I have on TikTok. I have to explain that to people all the time. I have 53,000 followers on TikTok. Some videos blow up and I get a ton of views, but majority sit between the 200 to 1,000 view range. I have 53,000 followers. That means you are not pushing it out to the people that look at my that subscribe to my shit technically.
Yeah.
So I guess I say all that to say that follower count is less and less relevant, and the pieces of content that you put out are more and more relevant, where it used to be the adverse. You had all the followers and you put content out and they'd see it because it would be on their timeline. But now that's not the case anymore. They're pushing it out to new audiences constantly. So we're in a very interesting shift of social media. I still think YouTube's the long play for everybody.
YouTube is the greatest platform.
YouTube's
ever.
the spot.
YouTube is the best.
That's the one though.
You learn everything and anything on YouTube. Yeah. I watch horror game walkthroughs with guys playing it. It's hilarious.
You gonna get the new Switch?
Yes. No, the new one. Yeah. There was a Switch 2.
Are you gonna build a PC? You were thinking about that for a little while, weren't you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You gonna build one still?
I mean, the Switch, was it Switch 2 or the Switch Pro?
Switch 2 is the one coming out now.
Oh yeah, I'll buy that one.
Yeah, they're gonna announce it at the Nintendo Direct. I think it's like April 2nd or 3rd. They're gonna announce it fully, and leaks have said it's gonna be the end of June that they're coming out with it.
Yeah, whenever I get into a realm of my business or my life which I will, where I have like a lot more downtime than I do now. Yeah, 100%. I would love to have a gaming TV and just every single gaming system, PS5,
Don't buy
Xbox.
an Xbox anymore.
No, really?
No, Xbox is bringing all their titles to PlayStation.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to be like a publishing house now, basically.
So it's not going to be...
They're still creating hardware, but they're allowing their exclusive titles, like Halo. Halo's not announced yet, but they've already put some of the exclusive titles that Xbox has had over the years.
Gears of War?
They're thinking about bringing Gears of War to PlayStation.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
They're actually, the new Xbox console is supposed to come out 2027, which I don't know why you'd even still come out with one, because the way that it looks as though they're just going to be doing this type of setup now, and they're coming out with a mobile gaming platform this year.
Well, that's gonna do
this
really
year.
well, yeah.
Well, it's going to do really well because I believe they're going to have Steam on it, so it's going to compete directly with the Steam Deck, and that has PlayStation exclusive titles on it. So you'll be getting PlayStation exclusive titles on the Steam Deck.
I mean, video games are like light years ahead of today than it was back then when I was a kid. When we were kids,
but I enjoyed.
You take a little disc, you go to Blockbuster, you take a little disc, you put it in the console, you put a memory card in, you have the best time of your life. Now it's like you got to update every
I
hour.
would have preferred the first way. I would have preferred it stay the way that you would just describe.
Oh, yeah, me too, 100%.
And for numerous reasons. The first main reason is because the games were actually the games back then. Nowadays, they announce a game and it needs 50 things of DLC and all this shit to be even somewhat relevant. What happened to I paid $60 for this game and now I should be able to just enjoy it as it is, as opposed to like, oh well, I need all the skins and the pre-release the pre-order gets you this bonus and it's pay to win for this sports game, and you go, bro, I just want to play the fucking game. The other problem that I have.
It's true.
It's so stupid.
That's why I stopped playing games. You know what got me with playing video games? Was the constant updates, and it took an hour to update one game.
And you have auto update on, but it never auto updates in the background.
No, because you have to keep it on, or you have to keep the console
standby
on.
mode.
Yeah, whatever. I never had that in PS2. All I did was put the disc in and play.
And asked you, do you want to update?
the time of my life.
Do you want to update? If not, it's cool.
Yeah.
I think we'd be like, it's cool.
I had the time of my life playing Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Final Fantasy X, Kingdom Hearts. All those games.
Started playing Final Fantasy a little bit.
Oh my God,
so good.
Have you ever played 10?
No, it's on sale right now. That's the one with that's with Cloud, right?
That's Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy X. Whoever is listening, this is the best video.
Oh no, it's to do with the
blonde spiky
blonde
hair.
Yeah,
yes, it is the best video
haven't played
game
that one.
you will ever play in your life. You need to play.
I'm a Halo guy though.
Halo. Well, I mean,
Halo 1 and 2. I'm like,
whatever. There's still dragons and aliens in it. It doesn't matter. It's the same stuff. Just role playing RPG games.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, basically.
Just without the guns
and more boobies.
Just without the guns and everything.
Yeah, more swords the size of the person.
Literally. Yes, that is a fun.
That's how they do it.
That is the perfect. That is the perfect saying of a Final Fantasy game. It's a game or a role playing game. It's a game where the sword is as big as the person.
It is as big as the person. Yes. It's huge. Why is the sword so big? I've been playing Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is the same thing. The sword is humongous.
That's hilarious.
The other problem with video games nowadays, and I think the first one to do it was the Master Chief Collection on Xbox. Okay. Me and my buddies went to, or I should say my buddies and I, that's proper English. My buddies and I went to the Microsoft store in Walt Whitman when they announced the Master Chief Collection. We went there for the midnight release. We're having a great time. Midnight releases were unmatched. You went to a midnight release, everyone's jazzed up, ready to play the game. You run home, everyone's on at midnight. We're all ripping it till 2, 3 in the morning, just fucking having fun. Wanted to do the same thing. This is on the Xbox, not the Series X is the new one, the Xbox One.
I have one. It's really old, but I have it.
Yeah. So this is Xbox One, Master Chief Collection. Every Halo and multiplayer of all the Halos. Online. Fuck. I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm bricked up. I'm in. Go to the midnight release. We're all hanging out. We're all jazzed up. Get home. I had to call my boys. I went, what is it downloading? Nowadays, the game disc, you put it into your system, and it downloads the full game onto the console.
Yep. Which makes no sense.
Fucking what?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I sat there watching the bar every like 5 minutes.
Because it's like
tick up, and I just went, what?
It's like how many games in one thing?
Yeah, but we didn't know this.
No, I know, but I'm saying how many games were in that disc? Like 5? That's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, but think about the size of the games versus the technology ability to put it on a Blu-ray disc.
Oh,
at this
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Those old discs, they weren't Blu-rays.
Yeah.
The whole point of Blu-ray, well, the porn industry backed Blu-ray. That's why they won over HD DVD. I know a little bit about everything.
What's that?
Or, I'm sorry, YouTube, the corn industry. Because we're all adults and we can't say certain words.
Well, I know.
So dumb.
I know. I forgot the name. This quote. I'll go.
I'm monetized anyway. Fuck you.
I forgot what the quote was. Well,
Was it about corn?
Not corn, but it was about like I know all useless things or something like that. It's like a funny quote. I know, whatever. I'll figure it out. It'll get to me. I'll probably text you later. Oh yeah, that was the quote I was thinking.
Yeah, I'll add it in. It'll be me reading over the script. This is what he meant.
Like a silhouette. This is what Tom meant, and it's like no words, just like a picture of you.
Yeah, dream sequence. Like an anime cartoon, like a manga. I make this whole big thing. That'd be awesome. So yeah, so the whole downloading the games was just ridiculous. And I think that ruined it. I think also I'm all for what's the word I'm looking for? I'm all for making sure people feel, I don't want to say safe. I guess you could. I'm all for making people feel safe somewhat online. But let me tell you something. I grew up with Xbox originally with when Microsoft first came out with online and PlayStation. Yo, the voice chat,
unbelievable,
was a battlefield.
It was a war zone.
That was just as difficult to navigate as the game. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I turned out okay, all y'all will be fine too.
Yeah.
So I understand to some extent why they wanted to just we need to just chill a little bit because it's a little crazy out there. But then keeping recordings of everyone's voices and then using it against people. When you start getting into that realm.
Well, because you never know what was happening with those video games because you have young kids like myself. I was 14, 15 years old. And, I was smart enough to not talk to certain people if they were asking me certain questions or if they were like asking
I never had that.
Whatever.
I never had creeps asking me.
Yeah, no, neither did I. But like in my head, I'm a teenager. Like I know not to talk to a creepo that's like, hey, like, what's your phone number?
Oh,
hey, dude. Oh, hey, you have BlackBerry Messenger? Oh, you should definitely get my handle.
You're going to say BlackBerry Jam for some reason. I was like, oh, man, why is he asking for Jam over the internet?
I think that was like the biggest thing in high school. It was like BlackBerry Messenger, and then iPhone came out.
Stop saying BlackBerry Messenger. It's BBM.
Whatever, dude. I didn't have a BlackBerry.
Swine.
I wasn't like the cool kids and the jocks.
You have a BlackBerry?
No, I didn't. I had an iPhone.
I
went straight to iPhone, baby. Okay. That's it.
I had a BlackBerry. I had a couple BlackBerries. I had Android, the first Android that came out with the slide-out keyboard. I never had never had a Sidekick, and I never had a Nextel. I wanted the Nextel so bad. I wanted that, like that.
Yeah.
Beep, beep. Actually, I have it as a text tone on my phone.
I had an LG Neon. Let me see if I could pull that up. LG Neon 2.
I had the LG Chocolate. Remember the Chocolate Touch?
LG Neon 2.
Yep, Chocolate Touch.
Yeah, this is my first phone. It was this little piece of crap.
Fire.
Yep. It was fun.
So many hateful messages were sent from that thing.
No, it was a pain in the ass to text.
It's a fucking keyboard. What do you mean?
But it was so small, and I had big thumbs. It was a pain.
It's like Andre the Giant.
I could barely text now with like not like having to autocorrect all the time, or I forget something.
Nah, the keyboard nowadays sucks.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say cock? Sucks bird? I don't. What do you want me to say, YouTube? I can't keep track. Sucks bird? It sucks horrible bird?
Horrible bird.
Yeah, it's just not good. I think they've really, Apple has really fucked this up. Let me see. Hold on. My text tone is BBM.
That's the text?
Yeah, that was the text tone. I have AIM, too. I have AIM as a messenger.
I've heard that before, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the nostalgia.
Wait.
Yes. There was one with like a desktop. I think it was Dell. Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Yep. I'm trying to think. Oh, instant transmission DBZ.
Yes. That's the best one.
Yep. And hold on. Oh, yeah, Pokemon Red and Blue. Come on, bro. Dude, I got all. Oh, here's the Nokia. Ready?
That's the one.
And the
that
Nextel chirp. No, this is the one I wanted. The Nextel chirp. This is what I wanted.
Oh, that's fire. That's gangster.
Yep. I wanted that real bad, and my mom never let me get one of those. And then my life of thievery started young because I started stealing all her upgrades. I'd paid for them, but I kept telling her, I'm like, oh, no, you're good with your phone. I'd take her upgrade, and I'd get the new Android phone or something like that.
So funny.
And I started getting the iPhones when they first came out.
Yeah.
So originally, my boy Albert at the time, I was very irritated because I bought an iPod Touch, the first iPod Touch that came out, And then he bought an iPhone. And I was like, why are you buying an iPhone? And he's just like, well, because it's the iPod Touch built in. And I'm just like, all right, well, I kind of want that. Now that you got that, I'm pissed that I just got the so I returned the iPod Touch and I got the iPhone. And that was like the start of it all. And it was dope. I loved it. And then they started adding the App Store and they started adding games. And then just civilization just actually crashed off a cliff.
It's crazy how this thing is the gateway and controlling factor to everything in life.
Mm-hmm.
Learning and creating, but also going down dark paths.
Yep.
And if you use it right, if you don't give in to temptation, if you don't give into ominous things that the universe and the devil and the sins of life that are coming to you, then you will be a prosperous person. You'll be a prosperous man, a prosperous woman. You will be on top. And, you know, it's crazy how easy it makes everything is, but it's also crazy how you can mess everything up in a second.
Yeah.
If you give in to certain things, or if you know, are getting depressed off looking on Instagram or social media. So it's definitely a very great tool to have. But yeah,
the more time I spend on it, the more I don't really get depressed, but the more mentally foggy and down I get.
Yeah. Nah,
The more dissociated you feel with the real world.
That's why I don't have TikTok. Like, I know you wanted me to get TikTok.
You can get it, but you gotta just have the self-control of just.
Yeah, it's just scrolling.
Well, it's because the second that it's very funny that they do it this way. When you upload a video on TikTok, it'll show you your friends, the people you follow, their stuff, and you won't know if the video is posted if you go back to your main feed. So while you're waiting for your video, you're just kind of scrolling, like waiting for it to load, this and that. Then by the time you snap to, you're like, oh shit, the video's posted already. But you were a couple minutes into like a little bit of a scroll looking at things. It's very interesting how the algorithms really truly do get you. It's tough. It really is. It's fucking tough. It's brutal because you want to use the phone, you want to have fun, but it does really take you out of what you have to do on a daily basis. And all the really successful people, like yesterday, we spoke on the phone. I was just having a shit day, man. I just wasn't feeling it. Yesterday was just a really shit day. Even my mom tried calling me a couple times. I just said, Mom, I love you. I'm glad Grandma's okay because she was in surgery yesterday. I'm like, I'm glad Grandma's okay. I'm just not in the mood to talk to anybody. She's like, oh, dude. I'm like, I'm turning this phone off. I don't want to talk to anybody else today. Dude, I went to jujitsu. I rolled twice and I rolled very nicely, but I knew that I was like, I wanted to roll harder, and I just went, I don't want to be that guy tonight where I'm just like taking my anger out on anybody. I'm like, I'm just gonna chill. And I just sat on the sidelines.
Sometimes those days is beneficial. Like there are days where I'm just so tired where I do my warm up. I'll do like 5 sets of deadlifts, and that's it. I'll be done. I'll be like, all right, you know what? I'm not feeling it today. I need to chill.
Yeah,
it'd be like that. You know, life's occurrences and life's obstacles and things with family get in the way, and you know that's definitely something to where it's good that you realize that, especially in jiu-jitsu, where you're like, all right, I don't want to take my anger out on somebody.
Yeah.
You take your anger out on a kettlebell, but
don't do it with a person. Yeah,
don't do it on a person. Yeah.
Now there's some people that need to hear that because they definitely do take their anger out on people while they're at jiu-jitsu, and I don't know. You get it because you live that lifestyle, and it's very
15 years,
dude. It's very easy to leave, especially if somebody that you, not that you don't like them, but you have like mat rivals. Mm-hmm. It's like, especially if you're rolling with somebody like that, and you just go, okay, well, I'm just not in the mood today, but I can use a little extra strength here and really grab them a certain way. It's just I always try to just be I check in. People fucking laugh at me middle of the rolls. They're just like, yeah, I'm good. Okay, I'm just like, I don't know. I felt your hand crunch underneath me. I just want to make sure you're good.
I was the best training partner back in jiu-jitsu. Like whether you were like you were smaller than me, I would be very nice, very gentle. I would let you do your thing. Like I'm not gonna submit you every 10 seconds. Like yeah, I'll submit you once or twice, but like I'm not gonna like overpower you, or I'm not gonna be a dick. If I was training with somebody like the same level as me, then yeah, me and them would a
little scrap.
Yeah, a little scrap. But like, it's not like if they catch me in a heel hook, they're gonna deliberately rip my ACL or my meniscus off. Or if I shoot them with a takedown, if I grab them and I suplex them, I'm gonna let them down gently. I'm not gonna smash them.
Yeah.
And then my coach or like high level black belts, I would literally just defend the whole time because I'm
oh yeah, me too.
I'm like a sheep. I'm like a gazelle, and I'm just getting slaughtered by these dudes. Yeah. And, but I would still be good enough to where, like, I would maybe almost get them, but then they would, use me as like a way to like, because it's good if you have somebody that's stronger than you, because you need to work on positions or getting stronger to pull an arm bar, to get a takedown. So I was a really good training partner in jiu-jitsu. I was very respectful of everybody. I never like overpowered people that I knew I could. I never hurt anybody. I never deliberately like all right, I'm gonna hurt this person. I was never like that. I was a really good training partner.
There are some people like that though.
Oh, they're all there. Yeah, of course there are. Yeah.
Yeah, I've told the story before. I had a dude who thought that he should be a mat enforcer with me, and he tried hurting me, and I was very pissed.
Oh, every gym has a mat.
Yeah, but he wasn't a mat enforcer. He thought that they were calling him over to tune me up, and I was already injured. They were just asking him to roll with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I just said, "Hey, man, just watch out for my ankle." He goes, just dap me up. Let's go. I was like, I said, "Oh, I don't like that."
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like this. I literally went like this. I went, oh.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Well, he's a black belt too, and I just found it funny. I was like, damn, bro, you really thought you were gonna come over and try to tune up an injured white belt? I went, ooh. I said, ooh, how noble you must feel. I told him after the roll. I said, oh, how much of a badass, right?
You gotta just respect people, man. Have respect and don't treat people and don't hurt people.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Especially if you have the power to do so, because we talked about it before, but a jiu-jitsu white belt of 6 months can mess up 95% of the population on the planet. Like, because I believe like after 6 months of jiu-jitsu training, guy or girl, doesn't matter what size you are, you can hold your own in the I wouldn't say the street, but like in a shuffle. Like, you would know what to do. God forbid the person doesn't have a knife or a gun or anything like that. If they don't know what they're doing, you can hold your own. You can get away from the person. So it's jiu-jitsu is like it's like a cheat code to life's, or the human body's like willing way to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing, I've told that to a lot of people too. Knowing what I know now, like even when I got my blue belt when did I get it?
You got it.
July.
Yeah, you got it in the summertime.
Yeah, I think I got like July, August. So like even knowing what I knew then, where I thought I was ready to get my blue belt, like I was like, oh yeah, I felt like I was due the blue belt, but I wasn't. It was like it's a weird feeling. Like you feel like you're due for it, but you're not. And then when I actually got it, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh,
you never know.
Yeah.
You never feel like you're ready.
But knowing what I know 8 months later as an actual blue belt now, I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then thinking back to when I thought that strength was everything, looking back at that, where I was like, oh, dude, I would have been helpless if I got into like a scrap with somebody with that a little bit of wrestling, comparative to what I deal with now.
JT Torres, shout out JT. He's one of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the world. When I was rolling with him years ago, before COVID, I never thought that a human being could snap my spine in half. But when this dude got me in a body lock, and I think I was the same weight back then. I'm like 200 pounds, and I had like 30 pounds on him. I think he's a little bit shorter. He's smaller, not like drastically, but smaller. The amount of grip strength and the pressure this dude had on my spine, I literally just went like this.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
like,
dude.
Just on the floor. Like, he didn't even trip me. He didn't take me down. He would just crushed my soul and put me on the floor. So it's crazy how like physically dominating somebody can be on you, especially as like a 200 plus pound dude. It's wild.
Oh, dude, I roll with the guys that are like 190, 180, and I'm 200. I'm 200 on like pretty much on the dot. And they just go, oh, dude, the pressure is just like so much. And I go, oh, yeah, I'm banking on it. I do a knee on belly and they can't get you off and you're just sitting there. You're just like, okay, like just enjoy.
It's painful.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get my hand in the gi. Okay, we're gonna hit the mat and then we're gonna come down. I love it, man. It's fun. How's training going for you?
Everything's good.
Yeah.
I've been like dealing with like a piriformis issue, like somewhere like by like
Excuse me?
my piriformis, like my butt, and my butt, and it's like a little.
YouTube, is that cool if we talk about this?
It's like a little bit of sciatica going down my hamstring. So like I felt it today with deadlifting. So there are like some days I feel good with deadlifting, and some days I don't. But other than that, training's good, man.
Do you have herniations?
I have no idea. I probably do. I don't have any back pain. I just have it in my glute, but I've had that for years. Like sometimes my glute will be so tight, or my hips, where it's just compressing the nerve, and I can't, like
You might have
stretch
you,
it a certain
you
way.
may have herniations in your sacrum.
Probably. Yeah. I'm sure I do. I'm
Because
sure
I have L5S1 herniations, and then I completely fucked my back up at OG one day because we did cleans,
barbell cleans.
bro, and I just wasn't warmed up properly, and it was I don't know, you go "Yeah," and I tossed it up because I added more weight to it, and I felt the pop in the middle of my back, and I went, oh, dude, did I just herniate a disc?
It happens.
Ever since then, I feel it all the time.
I pulled my SI joint probably honestly like 3 times. But I didn't really feel this type of imbalance until I was deadlifting 500 on the straight bar. And it was like the 6th rep. I was like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. And I've had it ever since.
It wasn't a pop. It was just more like a pinch.
No, yeah. It was just like a pinch. It was like a little weird thing. But it doesn't hinder me when I move it like at all. Like it's just a more annoying and more of like, all right, I need to be careful when I do this.
Yeah.
But training's good, man. I want to be having my numbers and everything the same. So kettlebell snatch, I want to snatch 68 kilos. It's 150 pounds, 1 by 1. I could get one on my right and not on my left. Some days it's different. I want a shoulder 350. I'm consistent with doing that. I want to deadlift 600 plus, bench 225 for reps. So my training's really good. It's been where I'm a lot more hungry. My appetite is definitely improved. When I get anxious or when I get like in my emotions, or if I'm very stressed,
Just in your mind. You're in your
eat.
mind too much.
Yeah, I don't eat, but I haven't been that way, which is, I'm happy for it. So my weight's been going up. I'm like 205 right now, but training's been really good. I kind of had the urge to compete again today. I'm like, what competition could I do next that I could actually prepare for? Like, Ireland was fun, but like I didn't have the necessary training tools to do it. I didn't have heavy kegs. I didn't have a place to really run with the yoke. The power steps, I never did that before. Like, yeah, I could do kettlebell deadlifts, but lifting 400 pounds and putting it on here is, where am I going to do that? And then I probably could have used my sandbags now that I think about it. But I definitely want to do like another competition. I don't want to do high rocks. Everybody's doing high rocks. Everybody's doing high rocks, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to follow the wave. Like, no shade to anybody who does it, but it's like another thing of like a trend. Like, all right, everybody's running now.
Dude, let me tell you,
everybody's doing all the stuff that High Rocks want to do. And
everybody that I see do it is miserable.
Yeah, it's hard.
And they're withering away as like.
Unless you're Pooch, then I don't know.
No, unless you're Pooch, yeah, no.
Pooch can run to the moon and just be
Pooch.
He can breathe in space. He doesn't need oxygen. He can breathe in space.
He messaged me something like that, and he was. I think it was my Pokemon cartridges. He was just like. Messaged me something on that, and I said, yeah, but like you're out here running marathons. He's like, yeah, being a Pokemaster is more fun. I was like, yeah, you're right.
It is. It definitely.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel like anything is better than.
Yeah, I've been asked to do a couple high rocks, and I have zero interest. Recording these events, I look around and I'm just like, it just doesn't look fun.
It's a trend. It's definitely a trend. It's like it's something where everybody's doing it, so now I want to do it.
Yeah.
Oh well, this person's doing it, or my whole gym's doing it. I want to do it. So I don't want to do high rocks. I don't want to do an endurance type of competition. I want to do strength. I want to do physically just dominating things of strength. And I did Zercher deadlifts a couple weeks ago.
Tough, man.
With single arm with my 290 kettlebell. I was like, oh, this is fun. I like doing odd lifts. I want to start doing that more. That was fun. But yeah, training's very good. The new rack that I have, it's definitely improved. Like, the lever arms. I don't have to. I don't have to. Yeah, definitely. I don't have to adjust the lever arms anymore because Rogue stuff is like a brick, and it takes 2 people to move it. Excuse me.
It's okay. It's the
carbonation.
It's the carbonation from the energy drink.
It's the carbonation. It's definitely waking me up though.
Remember I had Terrence Ruffin in here, Rough Diesel. I had Terrence Ruffin. He's a very well-known classic physique competitor.
Oh, I thought that was.
I had him in the
I thought that was like a stomach thing.
No.
I thought that was.
No.
I thought that was a Terrence Ruffin. I was like, is that like a?
It's the person.
Is that the thing?
No,
like
it's a person. It's a person.
It's funny.
I had him at my Roslyn studio, and I gave him a rain, and my man was burping the entire podcast. I felt so bad. I was like, brother, I'm sorry, man.
It happens.
I only had carbonation. I'm sorry, my bad.
It happens.
You should do the tactical games with me.
What is that? I see you've been
shooting. It's shooting mixed with.
I don't shoot.
Well, you can. Well, shooting mixed with fitness. So one of the events that they had, which you would actually fucking dominate, was sandbags over a yoke. So the yoke, they have like 6 yokes. I sent you the video. I don't know if you actually saw it. You were on vacation.
Yeah.
They had 6 yokes, all the same height, and they had sandbags ranging from 50 to I think 250. And basically, in 90 seconds, your score was the amount of weight that you threw over each. Like, so if you threw the 200 over twice, you had 400 pounds. Or if you threw, yeah. So some people did the 50 for like 10 times, 12 times. Or if you could do the heavier sandbags, your score is obviously that much better. So I was like, oh, Tom would fucking dominate this 250-pound sandbag as many times as you can in 90 seconds. I did the 150. 11 times.
Wow.
That was pretty good.
I saw you do that.
Yeah.
I saw you do like a, not the rogue challenge that I did, but I saw you do like an event like that, like over the yoke.
Yeah, so that's part of the training. So I get their training to my phone.
That's cool.
And it's been cool. Like this is today's workout is supposed to be, let's put the Wi-Fi on. Hold on. I was gonna do it this morning, but I was like, fuck it. So they have all the shooting stuff that I was supposed to do. What is it like?
Everybody's thinking, yeah, I was gonna do it this morning, but
fuck it. I needed the rest. I was so tired. Ironically, I woke up at 4 because Kenji was just smacking his mouth, and I went, brother, you gotta stop. It's crazy. And then he like looked at me, and then he went back to sleep, and he was quiet. But then I looked at the time, and it was like 4:20. So now I'm up. So I go into the living room. I lay down on the couch, and I fell asleep until 7:20. I was like, okay, great.
Yeah, you need it.
So today is strength warm-up is 3 sets, 10 reverse lunges, no weight, 10 back rack, good morning, empty barbells, 6 empty barbell front squats, 3 sets of that. Then 1 set of 3 front squats at 50% of your 1 rep max, 2 at 60, 1 at 70. And the work is 4 by 4. 4 sets of 4, 75% of your 1 rep max. And then front rack lunges, which absolutely horrific. Holding a front rack squat and doing a lunge.
That's terrible.
Horrible.
That's god awful.
Horrible.
That sucks with kettlebells. The 2 bells here, that sucks.
Horrible. So then there's a sandbag warm up, 10 sets, 10 banded lateral monster walks, 8 Kang squats while holding a 20 to 30 pound wall ball. And then the sandbag is isometric holds.
That's cool.
4 sets of 45-second ISO hold at medium weight. So that's a 150 pound dumbbell
cool.
Sandbag. And then it's been good. It's been good when I'm consistent. The Metcon sucks. So you either choose the Metcon or you like the conditioning, or you choose the strength workouts. But it's been pretty cool, man. The problem is going to be that I don't shoot rifles. So because New York State just doesn't like rifles, you could buy one, but it's just not what you would want to use in a competition. So I'm not going to spend $1,500, $2,000 on a rifle that I'm just going to be like, I hate this thing. So I can rent a rifle when I'm out there. Problem is, though, that I'm not going to be using it every day. So I'm not going to really, I'm planning on not being very efficient with it. I have to get to the range for my handgun. I got to start shooting again with that. I haven't shot in like 3 weeks right now. But yeah, I mean, I ran with the 15-pound plate vest last weekend, and I did 3.5 miles in like 40 minutes. It was a mixture of like running and walking. Cardio felt great. The plate carrier with the weight chewed my quads up. I was like dying. Couldn't even, I just, cardio-wise, I felt like I could keep going. But leg-wise, I was like, oh, my legs are shot.
Bro, when I did the Rogue Challenge,
the sandbag, right?
18, yeah, it was a 150-pound sandbag to shoulder, 30 reps as fast as you can. After the 18th rep, my legs were on fire.
Yeah.
On fire. It wasn't even the cardio. It was my legs. Like all of that triple extension and my glutes firing off and my quads, that was the killer for me. All the lactic acid buildup. I never felt that before doing sandbags. That was hard. That was brutal.
Just used to the lower rep formation of that. You're used to doing that in like a 5, maybe like a 4 to 8 rep range.
Yeah, but not 30. Oh my
30
God.
and
dude,
didn't the first one get fucked up?
Yeah, bro, my phone stopped recording.
Sick. Works every other time. The one time you needed it to just pull through.
I was so pissed. Let me see. The guy, I think it was Jason Hopper, Jay Hopper. Let me see. Forgot his name.
Is it Hooper?
Jason Hooper. There we go.
Oh, he's a rain athlete. He's a strongman.
No. Hopper. Him, a CrossFit guy.
Oh, okay.
So his time was, let me see. Damn, these guys.
Bro, these dudes are dogs. This dude's doing 4 reps at 315 for a front squat.
It's crazy.
Bradley Payne, I don't know you in person. I may one day when I go to the tactical games. Brother, chill. Leave some weight for the rest of us.
Bro, this guy did 30 sandbag to shoulder with 150 pounds in 1 minute and 19 seconds.
What was yours?
3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad. I think.
Where were you in the pack? Does it show you everybody's or just who won?
Just who won it? I don't know. I think it was like 30 in the world. I have no idea.
Pretty good though.
Yeah.
How many people that did it?
Yeah, I'll take it, man. When I went to Ireland, I was like, I don't care. I didn't come in last. I'm here.
Yeah, as long as I don't come in last.
As long as literally, that's what I was saying this whole time. Like, wow, I suck, but I was like, as long as I don't come in last, then I'm happy. Yeah, dude, a minute and 19. That's crazy. That's very impressive. I can't do that.
Well, I need you for the tactical game, so.
I don't have guns, so.
We'll work on that.
I don't have any guns.
We'll work on that. What else, man?
Life is good, man. At the end of the day,
life is good. It sounds like we were bitching a lot in the beginning, but life is good.
No, it's not bitching. It's just venting. It's just showing everybody what
you need to actually expect if you I guess jump on this trail. But everybody has these problems. Yeah. They're just different. If you work for somebody, and when I say work for somebody, I don't mean like a small business. I mean work for somebody in like a corporate setting. You're gonna have different trials and tribulations of shit that you deal with on a daily basis.
And it's like men who are watching this, women too, but men. We call this becoming men again. It's men who are listening to this. It's like you're not alone when it comes to problems and issues that you're facing in relationships, in marriages, in finances, in business, in your job. Like we all go through it, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is salvation. Life is good. It really is. Like God is good, and everything that He does for us and our families, being around our loved ones, and just doing what we love to do. I love it. Like, yeah, listen, I can complain about it or I can vent about it, about owning a business. But honestly, it's great because I look at the positives. I can make my own schedule. I can make my own prices. I can train the way I want. I can't work out anywhere else in New York like the way I do. There's no way. There's no gym has heavy kettlebells like I do. No gym has that line of sandbags that I do. No gym has the specialty equipment that I do. Maybe they do, but they don't. If I go in there and I do my workout, people would probably complain about me. Oh, well, he's too intense. Oh, well, I don't like the heavy metal music. Or, oh, well, I don't like this. Okay, well, that's why I made my own training space. And I believe that with me, I'll always have my own training space. Whether having a gym is my my money making tool, or it could be something else, but I'll always have my own training space because, I'm very grateful for what I've built and what I have, because I know that if I were to go anywhere else in New York, maybe just my friend's gym, 720, shout out to Emilio and David, their gym, definitely, I could definitely work out with there. But, in Long Island and where I live, I could definitely not train the way I want anywhere else, So life is good. God is good. And I believe that there is light at the end of the tunnel for everybody. Millionaires and billionaires go through different struggles in different time periods of their lives. You could be a billionaire and into Bitcoin, or I think there was some guy had a stock like trillions of dollars or billions of dollars, whatever. And he lost it overnight, like a big chunk of it. That's terrifying. You lose all your net worth in one day in billions of dollars. And there's some people that complain about $30. You lose $30 on the street. You dropped your wallet.
Well, that's your billion compared to
relatively
to maybe what you have.
Yeah, and looking at other people and how they have things, they have it a lot worse. And it's your health is most important. And some people don't have that. Some people can't walk. Some people can't hear. Some people are blind. And it's like they people would kill, is quotes that I see on Instagram. People would kill, or people would be very grateful to have the opportunities that you have,
and the problems that you have.
Yes, and that's not problems in their eyes. Like, oh my God, I would kill for that. Oh, you own your own business, you own a gym. That's what I want to do. Like I would kill to have that. I would love to deal with that. Or you're a trainer, or you're a photographer, and you actually have a following. You actually have a studio where you have a podcast room, and it's not like just a mic and a camera. You have multiple cameras and multiple mics and a setup that's worth a lot of money. I would never be able to afford that. That's how people look at us, I'm sure, at some point, So I think looking at the positives, and I think really looking at things in retrospect and how good we have it, because we really do, is how we build happiness and how we become more content with life and being grateful.
It's full circle. Just being happy with happier with less. That's how we started it.
God is good.
God is good, bro.
Yeah, I have to pee.
Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna wrap.
Yeah, that was good. What, hour and a half?
Yeah, hour and 18. Yeah.
That's good.
It's always good, man. When we get to, even if we get to sit down for fucking 10 minutes, we're gonna sit down again Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, do the thing that you always do. Like, share, subscribe. Please follow Tom. I'll put his info as usual down below. And I don't know.
Liking and sharing doesn't cost a dime. So if you really
fucks with us, then just do it. If you made it this far, in the episode,
if you really mess with us, follow us, like, share, comment. That goes a long way. It builds engagement. It helps us out.
It doesn't cost you anything.
It doesn't cost you anything.
That's the thing that always amazes me. It's like I'm quick to hit the subscribe button. I'm like, oh, boom, there you go. What doesn't cost me nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
support your peoples.
Support the people, man. Don't support them in the end game. They didn't need it in the end game. They needed it in the beginning. So
Avengers Endgame, we needed it,
bro. Don't get me started on Marvel movies.
We needed it.
They're dog shit now. Did I ever show you? My other Thanos is over there. I have remember. Did I ever say it to you? That's the single Thanos. That's him single, and then
single like in a relationship. Yes. Okay. This was him when they first revealed him in the Marvel movies.
Yeah, he was more fun then. I didn't like the design that they gave him.
Yeah, he was like more died down in the Endgame. He was still a house though.
Do you need pre-workout, by the way? I have extra.
Sure, I'll take whatever you want to give me. Yeah.
Stay over there, Majin Buu. All right.
That is what is that? Oh, that's him when he gets his head chopped.
All right,
off.
this is single Thanos. This is relationship Thanos.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Fuck.
Oh god.
Yeah, he's ready to take on the world, and then
Wow, he has a scar and everything.
Yeah,
That's
he's
awesome. That's sick.
been scorned.
Oh, this is cool. Where do
I
you
assume he's in Europe because he's been driving and she's been yelling at that side of his head. Well,
where do you buy these?
Funko Pops, little pops.
Like little pop stores?
Yeah, they have them at like the mall. They have them on Amazon.
Oh, I want one. Oh, I want a couple. I want to put it on my gym.
Let's look them up. Anyway, on that note, I appreciate everybody for fucking with us. But for now,
Peace.
peace.